Am I the a-hole for not wanting to tell my mill the gender of my unborn child? I'm a 27-year-old woman and have been married to my husband who is 28 for 2 years. I am currently 22 weeks pregnant with our first child. We decided we wanted to keep the gender a surprise as it didn't matter to us, and we'd be happy either way. The issue, however, is my mill. There is a slight culture divide here. I'm Caucasian while she and my Phil are Chinese. My husband is their only child and was born here a few years after they immigrated. I'm the youngest of 6 girls. Seriously have no idea how my parents didn't kill us growing up lol, and my Mill and Phil never miss a chance to talk about what a shame it is my parents never had a boy. Having so many girls, it's clear they're unlucky while bragging about the fact they had a son their first try. This gets to me, but I've heard it a million times before, so I mostly ignore it. When we were just dating, my then boyfriend, now husband, explained it was just a cultural point of view for them to view male children as a goal, and to give him credit, he always shut them down when the conversation started down that path, though they always end up bringing it up another time. Now I am pregnant, she is pressuring us to tell her the gender. She was not happy when she found out we wanted it to be a secret and actually cried over us keeping such important information from her. She insists it's important we know what the gender of the baby is. I won't lie, I have a slight fear over how she'll react if it's a girl based on her comments about me and my sisters in the past. My Phil, meanwhile, is backing up my Mill and scolding my husband constantly for upsetting his mother like this. I know he hates upsetting them and is starting to cave from the pressure. I really don't want to tell her until the baby is here, but I feel like an asshole as I know it's getting to my husband. He hasn't once complained and is always shielding me from their scolding in this, but I can tell it's getting to them. I'm beginning to wonder if I should just cave and find out to tell them so they'll stop putting pressure on us and deal with the issues that could raise up later if it's a girl, but I hate that I'm being pushed to this choice. AITA, edit. So my Mill and Phil came around this morning for tea, uninvited as usual of course, and began to apply their pressure again to demand the gender of the baby, and I was ready to step in, worried about my husband as I know this has been a lot of pressure for him, but he surprised me by snapping at them. I've never seen him truly angry with them before. The only time I've ever heard of him being truly angry is when he fought them over dating me when they didn't approve, as I wasn't Chinese, but I wasn't there for that conversation, so this took me by surprise. To summarize, he told them that our child's gender was none of their business, and if they kept this up then any future sons we have will take my maiden name since I have no brothers to carry on the family name, as they keep reminding me. He then told them not to test him as he'll burn their family tree to the ground. I don't know who was more shocked, them or me. He then told them to get out, and they did leave, though my Phil scolded him for being disrespectful and not putting family first. So it seems my concern was unwarranted and my husband is fine. Final update. Hello everyone. 3 years ago I made this post about my first pregnancy on AITA relating to the fact that my Chinese Mill was pushing to know the gender of my unborn child, and I felt guilt over the strain this was putting on my husband. I am currently 19 weeks pregnant with my second child, a bit of an unplanned surprise as we had planned to wait until our daughter was a little older to have a second child, but it was not an unhappy surprise. This pregnancy has caused me to reflect on my first one, and I remembered my post. I went hunting for and luckily remembered my password. I doubt anyone here cares much, but I'm in a reflecting mood, so I thought I'd post an update 3 years on, and if anyone wants to read it then I hope you enjoy. Yes, my husband and I had a little girl. It has been incredible watching him grow from the amazing man I love into an amazing father, and she is very clearly the greatest joy in his life. We had a long conversation not long after she was born, and he actually ended up going to therapy to reconcile his feelings on his parents and his culture. He originally did not want her to know any language but English and basically to ignore his side of the culture, but he eventually realized thanks to therapy that he was robbing her of a chance to have a more diverse view on the world and that his experiences with his culture may not be hers. Through our daughter he has gotten to see his culture through a fresh set of eyes, and it's like he's discovering it himself for the first time. My in-laws, as you no doubt expect, were not happy that we had a daughter and began to push us to try again to have a son almost immediately. My husband and they began to clash more and more as their behavior became abusive towards me and our daughter, and 2 years ago we cut contact with them. We are happier for it and don't live in fear that they will drop around without warning and turn our whole day upside down. Rereading some of the old comments on my original post makes me smile, and my husband is laughing over how many of them were thirsting over him after he clashed with his parents originally. Thank you everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful day and enjoy my rambled reflection on the past 3 years.